Everybody, thank you for joining us today. This is Cruising with Ted. Today we're featuring Melissa with Windstar. We're actually in progress already, but go ahead and tell us about Windstar today.
Absolutely. Melissa. Okay, welcome to those of you who have just joined us. I'm Melissa with Windstar. I'm located in Southeast Florida, and I am a Windstar fanatic and a Windstar employee and a Windstar past guest. And I've had the pleasure of sailing 3 times on Windstar, and I've been sailing probably almost my whole life. My mom was in the cruise industry. I grew up on cruise ships, large and small. Thought I knew everything I knew there was to know about cruising until I stepped foot on a Windstar yacht. And I said, wow, this is really different. I mean, it actually far exceeded my expectations, and I knew it was going to be good, but it was great. And so when you come on a Windstar yacht, you really do feel like you're on a friend's private yacht. Although the ships are, they're large ships for what they are. I mean, we hold up to 350 guests, so they're not tiny little boats, but it is a yacht style experience, and the ships have the amenities of a cruise ship. So it's just a great combination. Very relaxed, unpretentious, casually elegant, I should say. And it really is just a wonderful way of seeing the world in a different perspective, right? Not so much as a cruiser or as a tourist, right? But you're really arriving in private yacht style. So when you arrive into these beautiful, upscale marinas, luxury harbors, sometimes, you're going places they don't even have a harbor. It's just these charming little fishing villages and unique places off the beaten path. It's easy to put a cruise together of tried and true destinations, the places that many of you have been to and places all your friends and neighbors have been to. And that's great and that's fun. But this is really seeing the world in a different perspective, the way it really is, not the touristy, crowded places that, bigger ships go. Because quite frankly, there's not a lot of options when you're talking about mega ships and large ships, right? They can only go to certain places, and oftentimes they'll dock in a cruise port and then take you by bus to see all the sights. Well, imagine just really literally walking off the ship and being right there, and usually being the only ship in town. And the locals are so excited to greet you because they don't really get to see cruise ships. They don't really see a lot of quote unquote, tourists. So you're treated like a VIP everywhere you go. It's really, really phenomenal. We have 2 styles of yachts. We have classic sailing yachts and luxurious all-suite motor yachts. We'll get into what those look like and a little bit about that. But the ships hold between 148 and just under 350 guests, depending on which of the 6 beautiful ships you choose. And, we want this to feel like your own private yacht experience. Windstar knows the way to show you a world that is truly 180 degrees from ordinary. That's our tagline. That's kind of the motto that Windstar uses when we're putting together our itineraries and those unique shore excursions that we hand curate. And really the onboard entertainment and the cultural enrichment that we offer. So we really want you to come back, really being almost like an expert in the places that you're visiting. You're going to really see it and experience it and taste it. We showcase the flavors and the culinary of the places we visit. And you look at this image and you say, I don't even see a cruise ship here. Am I in the right presentation? I'm seeing hot air balloons. What does that have to do with cruising? Well, forget what you think you know about cruising. There are places around the world we could take you that might not even be near a shoreline. We actually have cruise tours where you book the cruise and it comes with these unique experiences where we may fly you, for instance, from Istanbul into the interior of Turkey to see this amazing place called Cappadocia, where they have these hot air balloon festivals and really unique architecture built right into the mountains. And no, you're not going to see any cruise ships there, but it's, again, think beyond the reach of cruise ships. We're part of Xanterra Travel Collection, which is a luxury hospitality brand. And we do have connections far reaching around the entire world. So we could utilize those connections and build these unique experiences on land and on sea. But yes, we do go to some amazing places by sea. These are places we leave from, right? So it's easier to get to these, cruise ports because they're closer to major airports around the world. And oftentimes our cruises are oftentimes one way. So you might be going, for instance, from Rome to Athens, or you might be going from Barcelona to Rome, or what have you. So many of our trips can be combined back to back without repeating any destinations. So our trips are typically 7 to about 10 days. Most of our clients are still young, they're still working, and they have limited time to spare. But if you have the luxury of more time to spare, we offer our Star Collector voyages, again, connecting, back-to-back voyages. Those are between 14 to 79 days in length. So let's think big. But when you look at this map, again, these are just where we leave from or go back to. Now picture about 330 little dots along those coastlines, and those would be places that we would be visiting. We won't get into all 330 of those, but just know that we have about between 189 and 200 unique itineraries every year for 6 small ships. So, that's pretty amazing. And on here, depending on the size of your device, you might see some of these say cruise tour. So for instance, we have trips out of Venice with cruise tours, various places. Those are where we usually take you by plane or by rail, or different places in the more interior of the destination. So we like to go where big ships can't go, literally. Isn't that pretty cool? That's the Corinth Canal. That's in Greece. It cuts right through Greece. You don't see too many cruise ships in that canal. It's usually how they actually get the mail across Greece. They have a big mail boat that goes, but we are small enough that we could fit through with just enough clearance. And it's pretty cool. So a lot of canals, a lot of waterways, places you may not expect to see a cruise ship. We like to challenge ourselves and go off the beaten path. So I mentioned like 330 unique ports of call, up to 200 itineraries. Well, we've isolated some of these. We've kind of selected these that are the ones that, wow, they have the most UNESCO heritage sites, unique cultures. When we get the surveys, these are ones that the guests are like, I was blown away and I want to bring all my friends and neighbors and do this again. Let me do the same exact, you have a great cruise when someone wants to do the exact same thing again. I want the same ship. I love my crew. I want to see all my new friends I made on board, because you will make friends with your crew and they're so outgoing and wonderful. So, so if you kind of browse this, you'll see some pretty amazing places. You may have been to some of the regions that we go to, of course, but if you haven't done it in private yacht style, you haven't seen it like this. So this is when you reach out to your Cruising with Ted representative, these may be a good place to start with. Ask about the Select Sailings by Windstar. So Wind class and Star class, 2 different styles of ships. You could probably already guess which this is. Yep, it has sails, so it's called a Wind class ship. It's not a sailboat. It doesn't, rock like that. You're not going to get seasick. It's a cruise ship. The sails are functional. They give us speed when we're at full sail. So that's pretty cool. We do have a motor. We do not rely on wind, but when the conditions are just right, the captains love to cut the engines so we could just glide. Can you imagine? I mean, pretty amazing. And, it's what do the kids say? It's Instagram worthy. You will see people literally like pull over, like when they see the ship coming in, they'll pull over on the side of the road, get out of their cars and start snapping pictures and then go, look at this amazing ship. What is that? So, and other, if you do see another cruise ship, they're like waving and they're all like excited and they're like telling their friends, oh my God, I saw a Windstar ship. It's pretty awesome. I want to do that. So the ships are pretty cool. But their true beauty is where they go off the beaten path. So the Windsurf on your screen there, that's the world's largest passenger sailing yacht. And the Wind Spirit and Windstar are her smaller sister yachts that hold 148 guests. So really, really beautiful. I'm just going to flip through. Ted, do we have time to show some pictures here?
Yes, we do. And
Awesome.
just want to remind everybody, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat and then we'll take them up. after Melissa's talk. Thank you.
All right, cool. And I'm going to disable my video portion right now just because I feel like my screen is slowing down a little bit. Some of you might get that sometimes with your internet. So thank you for your patience. So vintage classic yachts, beautiful, beautiful classic yachts. They have such personality. But, you know, they also look very contemporary. So they're classic, but yet they compete really well with the newest small ships on the market. So really, really beautiful. All 6 ships have a nice lounge where we have, you know, entertainment, music. We have Amphora restaurant on all 6 of our ships. That's the main dining room. No reservations required. You know, no dining surcharges as far as, you know, the dining. That would always be included. 5-star dining that would cost a fortune on land. That would always be included. The menus change every day and every week. So can you imagine like a 5-star restaurant on land that changes their menus daily and also, you know, every week is something completely different. So we really challenge ourselves in that way as well. All 6 ships have a pool. You never have to reserve a lounge chair because there's plenty of space there, of course. The wind class yachts are all, the 2 smaller wind class yachts are all ocean view standard staterooms, very bright and cheerful. And we have an owner suite on all 3 of the wind class yachts. But the Windsurf, the largest ship, also has some categories of suites. Isn't that gorgeous? I could live there. And it has 2 separate bathrooms, so it's great for spouses, right? My boss calls that the marriage saver cabins because you both have your own bathroom. So 375 square feet, really, really lovely. Isn't that gorgeous? I think these compete well with the nicest boutique hotels around the world as well. So the Windsurf also has some unique categories. I think this is one of the only bridge suites on a ship where it's literally like at the bridge or the command center of the ship, which is a little door. People don't even know they're walking down the outdoor deck, right? You're just walking on the deck along the way, walking to the bridge, and you see a door and it has a suite number. You're like, this is really unique. And this is this gorgeous suite right next to the bridge. I think it actually used to be captain's quarters years ago, and we remodeled it. And look at that hot tub. I mean, that's pretty awesome, isn't it? And then this is the first of its kind, and the officer's suite. Now, when you go through the bridge, there's a restricted hallway where all the officers live. And if you're into kind of nautical, unique experiences that you could brag about at cocktail parties, well, you could say, I stayed in the officer suite on a Windstar cruise. Well, of course, the officer didn't come with, right? We don't want to start any rumors. Yes, you stayed in an officer suite. It was your suite for the week. It's gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? And it is like in a really kind of tucked away area where the officers and captains live. And it's really cool because you got to kind of get to know them. And, you know, those are your neighbors for the week. Pretty awesome. So those Star Plus class ships are equally beautiful. They are all suite. They have all new bathrooms, brand new marble bathrooms were put on. During the pandemic, instead of kind of like cutting back, we actually went full steam ahead on a beautiful project to make these like better than new. These 3 ships, Star Breeze, Star Legend, and Star Pride, we actually cut them in half and built a block of 50 brand new suites and put those right in the middle. Isn't that wild? So instead of building a new ship, they call it stretch. We stretched 3 ships instead of building 1 new ship. We said, you know what? These ships are amazing. People love them. Let's just add more suites. And then while you're doing that, you might as well add some new restaurants, put in a new pool, put in a new spa, a new fitness center, and all kinds of cool stuff. So they're totally reimagined, better than new, all suite motor yachts. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So we put in a lot of really new things. We don't have time to get into all of this, but just so you know, these ships are just fantastic. All of our ships are fantastic. But you know, if you like brand new suites, look at that. That's a brand new suite with the window right by your bed, so you could relax and enjoy those sights. We also have French balconies just like that. Here's the French balcony right there. The original style of suites are beautiful too. It's just the bed is here by the living room. It's flip flop. So the original suites, when you walk in, the bed is here, and then in the front of the cabin, and then by the window or French balcony would be your living room. But that's a standard suite, 277 square feet with a walk-in closet, double sink bathroom, beautiful. This is a grand owner suite. We have 2 of these on all 3 of those motor yachts. So if you have a few couples that you like to travel with, reach out to Cruising with Ted and check availability. There's 2 configurations of this on all 3 of the all suite yachts. That's brand new. So there's a living room, dining room, 3 bedrooms. I think there's like 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and a big balcony. Beautiful. All of our bathrooms, as I mentioned, were totally redone on the suites. All suite ships, brand new spa. Compass Rose Lounge is kind of the kind of social gathering place at night. On all 6 of our ships, you'll see everyone coming into Compass Rose. It's kind of like, picture your favorite restaurant with your favorite cocktail bar. You know, the one that has that great music, and for your anniversaries and birthdays, that's immediately the place you think, because you know the servers, they know you. The food is great, the music's great, the ambiance. Well, this is Compass Rose. So please, consider that like your new favorite place to go and hang out after dinner and relax. The yacht club is great too. That's open in the mornings and afternoons. That's a nice gathering place. We've got a coffee bar with cappuccinos and espressos and macchiatos and smoothies and all kinds of snacks and things. That's a nice gathering place. All 6 of the ships have that. And an open bridge. I think we're the only cruise line right now doing this still. We've been doing this for almost 40 years. Open bridge. Don't need to make an appointment. Don't book a tour. Come right up. The door is open till about 10:30 at night at the command center of the yacht. Again, we want this to feel like you're on your friend's private yacht. Come on up, have a cup of coffee with the captain, check out what's on the radar, ask some questions, take some selfies, thrill your friends back home when you post selfies with the captain and that you're at the command center. If you ask nicely, maybe they'll let you steer the yacht. I don't know. But we like these surprise and delight moments. We talk about that sometimes in our brochures, these surprise and delight moments. Well, we're not going to tell you about all of them. And I know, because I want you to be surprised, but you will really, it'll really excite you, some of the things you experience on Windstar, such as getting to jump right off the back of the yacht and go snorkeling and swimming and, all kinds of yacht toys. Ted has a picture of that behind him, the aqua trampoline, kind of fun. There's motorized and non-motorized water sports, and that's open when we're at anchor, and select ports. Some ports don't let us do that. So it's weather permitting. Infinity pool, brand new pool on all 3 of the all suite yachts. That's the perfect place at night when they clear out those lounge chairs, the perfect place for our pop-up disco party. I told you there'd be some fun surprises, right? So that's going to be a lot of fun. They have great sound system. The lighting is really cool. So this is not your grandmother's cruise, although your grandmother would have fun if she was around, right? But this is fun. You're going to have a great time. You're going to come back with a smile from ear to ear. Fine dining, as I mentioned, always included. This is candles. We do require reservations on board. You don't have to make them in advance. No surcharges to dine there, but it's super romantic under the stars, just a great place. We do these cool events in select destinations as well. That's complimentary, like an evening in ancient Ephesus in the ruins of the Celsus Library, having dinner and music, and super romantic. And it's just an amazing place. And the ruins are closed to the public at night, but we have special access. In Tahiti, we have an overnight in Bora Bora. We've got a luxury luau party ready for you. You're going to have an amazing time with entertainment, and it's just something to remember forever. We are the official cruise line of the James Beard Culinary Foundation. If some of you are foodies, you kind of know what that means. You have to be a Michelin-starred chef to be entered into the James Beard American Culinary Foundation. So we're the only cruise line with their recommendation and endorsement. So we're very proud about that. Culinary is very important to us, and we've attracted the attention of some really famous chefs, such as the barbecue king of the world. If you like barbecue, not just American, but world barbecue, we showcase those flavors on a wonderful new restaurant out on deck in the 3 all-suite yachts. And Anthony Sasso, who's one of the youngest multi-Michelin-starred chefs, just opened a very eclectic 38-seat Spanish restaurant to showcase his family's heritage, the flavors of Spain. As I mentioned, no reservations needed in the main dining room. We do take reservations in the alternate dining because we want to make sure everyone has a chance to dine there. We also have 24-hour room service. And if you're a foodie and you like farmers markets, you like visiting little farms and helping to source fresh ingredients. Wouldn't that be fun to go ashore with the chefs? Well, that's complimentary. Just ask at the front desk what days the chefs going ashore, and you can do market tours with the chefs. So, we don't like to say no on board. So if you want to do something special, all you have to do is ask. They do go out of their way. If we can do, we will do. Hospitality for the Windstar crew, it's not just their job. It is literally their calling. You cannot fake something like that, right? It's genuine, it's authentic. We just source people that love people, and they love providing an upscale luxury experience, but yet totally friendly and outgoing, and they have time to pamper you. The difference between us and many of the other cruise lines, even this other small cruise lines, is we have almost a 1-to-1 guest to crew ratio. You ever experienced that? I hadn't. I've been on many, many, many cruises. I'd never experienced something like that before, where they'd have time to know your name and remember your name and to sit down and, if you want to share your story about what you did today, yeah, they'd love to hear about it. And, they want to hear your stories and share the experience with you. And, it's just all about having a great crew. So we're really excited to share that experience with you. So we don't have time to get into what is all included, but there is more included than not. I will tell you that. You have a choice. You can do an a la carte cruising experience, or go all in. Why not? I like to go all in. Why not? You're on vacation. Wouldn't you enjoy unlimited beer and wine and cocktails? Wouldn't you love to use the Wi-Fi without having to track your minutes or data and gratuities? Wouldn't that be nice, not having to worry about doing that at the end? What more can you ask for? I personally would recommend go all in. It doesn't add a whole lot more to your cost of your cruise. It would add $79 additional per guest per day. And both of you in the room do not have to pick the same option. So if one of you likes to enjoy cocktails and Wi-Fi and wants the tips included, that is awesome. If your spouse or your travel companion says, nah, that's not for me, I'm on a budget, or I don't drink, I want to go a la carte, let Cruising with Ted know. That is why you're using a travel professional, because they're going to take care of everything you need, and they know what you need before you even know it. They're going to take care of it all. So it's a great value, and it's actually a better option than purchasing it separate, purchasing like Wi-Fi and alcohol and gratuity separate, but totally optional. So we're currently offering reduced deposits on 2022 departures. Yes, we still have space available for 22. In a normal year, we would be totally sold out, but you can still get away this year on Windstar. We are offering a special right now through October 15th on select sailings. You can see some destinations there: Grand Japan, Caribbean islands with surfs and sunsets, Spanish treasures via the Panama Canal, the dreams of Tahiti, the Windward Ways and Tobago Cays in the Caribbean, and our beautiful Yachtman's Caribbean. That's one I did last year. It was amazing. So depending on the length of the cruise, you're going to get some shipboard credits up to $1,000 per stateroom for bookings made by, or before, I should say, October 15th. So please reach out to Cruising with Ted. They're going to tell you all about it. And they know what all these applicable suites and staterooms mean. They're going to get you a quote and take great care of you. We've been working with them for many, many years. Ted and his crew are very experienced in Windstar, and they're great to help you. So we're celebrating 35 years in Tahiti. We are the leader in small ship cruising in Tahiti. And if you're going to do Tahiti, one island is not enough. Everyone says, I want to go to Bora Bora. You're going to fly all that way to see one place. We could take you up to 8 different islands. We have 7, 10, and 11-day Tahiti cruises year round. No bad time to go to Tahiti, okay? Keep that in mind. There's no hurricane season. They don't get monsoons. They don't really have much of a rainy season. Like January, February might have a little sun showers. I live in Florida. We're used to sun showers, but nothing that would disrupt our cruising. That's why we're there year round. We're everywhere else around the world. We are only seasonal, including the Caribbean. We're only there when the weather is the best. So if you book a select Tahitian cruise sailing between now, and yes, you could go right now if you wanted, between now and 2024. So, if you're not ready to start traveling yet, we get that. Although it is very, very safe to travel right now, especially small ship cruising. It's just, it's a great way to get back into travel if you've taken a hiatus for a while. But anywho, so if you book a cruise with our air and hotel package. So can you imagine one-stop shop? Just, you just show up and you've got your air, you've got your hotel, you've got your transfers, You've got a beautiful Tahitian cruise. And if you book that cruise by August 31st of this year, just book it. You don't even have to sail till 2024. You're going to sail all inclusive for free. So that package I mentioned to you, where you can go all inclusive and get your tips, your alcohol, your Wi-Fi, that's actually going to be included. So it is a great value, about $1,100 per couple on a 7-day cruise value. So if you're going to go cruise only, maybe you have points, you're going to do your own air or whatever, that's fine too. Cruise only guests will receive a $100 per guest welcome aboard shipboard credit. But hey, I would take the $1,100 value instead. That's just me. So why would Windstar possibly be perfect for you? Well, there's a lot of great reasons. And I hope as I was showing you these images and giving you kind of a synopsis, a summary of who we are, I hope you're kind of thinking about these things. But, to kind of summarize it, a smaller ship, a yacht style cruise means more immersive experiences. We can reach those ports that others can't, take you to some of the best hidden treasures in the world, and also some of these bigger cosmopolitan cities that other ships can't get to. There might be a bridge that they can't get under, or maybe the waterways are too shallow. So it's not just about taking you to hidden gems and small, authentic little places, but also amazing, marquee ports around the world. We feel that smaller yachts equal better service. We definitely go out of the way to make sure you have top-notch service, impeccable attention to detail in your service and accommodations and your culinary and the shore excursions we offer, which are small groups. Those are optional. Deeper connections. We do stay longer in each port than most any other cruise line I've ever seen. In fact, about over 45% of our itineraries have either a very, very late night stay, meaning you will leave after midnight, or overnight, because we don't want you to feel rushed and we want you to really enjoy yourself and experience the nightlife of the places we're visiting, because that's important too. If there's nightlife, we're going to be there. If there's waterfront festivals, we're going to be there. If there's those great food truck fests that people really love, we're going to be there. So you're going to see nightlife as well. And as far as culinary, I already mentioned, official cruise line of the James Beard Foundation. It's like dining in a Michelin-starred restaurant for every meal. And the amenities are awesome. We've got a spa on all 6 of the ships. We've got fitness center. We've got our water sports platform, all kinds of fun stuff for you. So you might be saying, well, who would I be sailing with? Okay, I'm sold. This sounds great, Melissa. You did a great job. I'm ready to book. But who am I cruising with? Well, I can't tell you, everybody that's on the ship, but I can tell you who really is attracted to some of these experiences, and maybe this describes you. Are you young at heart? Do you like high quality? You're not really status driven, meaning everyone on this ship is VIP. So if you're expecting to be the only VIP on board, this may not be the best cruise line for you. Everyone's VIP, no matter if you've bought the owner suite or you have the most reasonable accommodation. Even the most reasonable are beautiful. We have no inside cabins. Everyone gets a view. So, meaning everyone is just treated like VIP. If you're interested in food and wine and culture, and you like to connect with people, not just on the yacht, but also you like to meet locals ashore, because they sure would love to meet you. You've got an active mindset, you're really looking to immerse yourself in the destination, and you like port intensive itineraries. On a 7-day Windstar cruise, you probably have 0 sea days. You might get one if some of the itineraries, but some of these trips are, pretty port intensive. So if you like to see a lot and, really explore and come back with amazing stories to tell about these destinations, this could be for you. How about a nice alternative, a better value to a land-based vacation? I think that to me is a seller. I don't like to have to unpack and pack and unpack and move and, give me something easy. Let Windstar do the driving and take me right into these amazing places. Are you well-traveled, or would you like to be? Because this sure is a great way to see, 330 unique destinations a year. We have unlimited itineraries. You'll never run out of things to do. So who we cater to as far as who we market to, primarily about ages 40s through about 70s. It doesn't describe everybody on board, because we get a lot of multi-generational families with older kids, like college-age kids or sometimes high school kids. We don't get a lot of children. If you have grandkids you want to bring on, or children of your own, that's awesome. We don't allow kids under age 8, but we really don't get a lot of kids anyways. So I won't lie, it is an adult environment, but for the right for the right family, why not, right? We get a lot of honeymooners. This is the cruise line for romance. So bring your honey, take your sweetie to Tahiti or some amazing place. If you're a solo, don't you worry, because you're never traveling alone on Windstar. We do get solos. That's a new market for us. We're getting more and more solos. I think because we now have some special solo specials. So check with Cruising with Ted about that. But if you're a solo, what better way to meet other single passengers than on a beautiful yacht that holds between 148 and no more than under 350 guests. So I can tell you, it is truly easy to make friends. The demographics are primarily couples traveling with other couples. We get a lot of groups. So if you like to travel with friends from your country club, from your yacht club, from your neighborhood, maybe you've got some friends, that you've been in touch with for a long time, and you said, you know what, now that this pandemic thing is winding down, we all need to get together, don't we? It has been way too long. Think of Windstar. We'd love to host you and your friends and family. So that's pretty much all I have. I just wanted to let you know who we are. We're part of the Xanterra Travel Collection. Our company as a collective has over 150 years of experience in upscale and luxury and unique travel. So you may be familiar with some of these properties and different destination locations on your screen. We're their only cruise line. We're owned by one of our longtime past guests that did a lot of business groups, a lot of family groups on Windstar. And when the opportunity became available, he bought his favorite cruise ships and the company as well. So pride of ownership. Really, they keep these ships looking just ship shape, top notch, which is why we spent $250 million during the pandemic to stretch those 3 ships. That was pretty cool. So that is pretty much what I have. I know y'all probably have some questions, and Ted, I may have gone over time just a little bit. I apologize for that. But how are we doing on time? Can we do some questions? How are we looking?
Yeah, Christy, any questions there we could take up? Christy's one of our agents. She's based in New York. Why don't you introduce yourself, Christy, and see if there's any questions you can work with Melissa on. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi. So I'm Christy. But Melissa, I did have one question from Christine. She was wondering if there's food available from the Yacht Club Cafe all during the day outside of during the dining room hours.
Yes, absolutely. Because we know you all are busy. You're doing short excursions. You're coming back to the yacht at different times. And yes, you will find up into the late evening, the Yacht Club Cafe is open, and they have delicious sandwiches, salads, great pastries, all kinds of goodies. Absolutely. In addition, Windstar offers complimentary 24-hour room service. And we're not talking just like grilled cheese or snacks like some of the other cruise lines. We have the full menu from Amphora, which is the main restaurant on board. The full menu would be available in suite, which is really romantic. We get a lot of folks asking for that. Hey, we'd love to have a private dinner, for 2 or with the other friends that we met. Can you guys set up a private dining inside our suite? Yes, there's no cost for that. But yeah, 24/7 room service. 24/7 room service also includes bar service, which if you have that beverage package, that would be included. If you don't have the beverage service, you would have to pay for the alcohol drinks. But it can be delivered to you 24/7. You just never know when you need like that 1 a.m. martini, right? On vacation, right? You're gonna have a great time. So there's also refreshments in your mini bar. Non-alcohol refreshments are always included, no matter if you're on the all-inclusive fare or all a la carte. So you've got water, bottled waters, you've got all kinds of soda pops and refreshments. Those would be available to you at all times, 24/7, no matter if you're on the package or not. But the alcohol inside the mini bar would be included in the drink package. So.
Okay. Thank Charles is sailing at the end of this month for his anniversary. He's wondering if there's laundry services aboard.
Congratulations. That is fantastic. Wow. The end of this month. That is awesome. Not to put you on the spot, but just so you know, we do offer vow renewals on board. The captain loves to perform those ceremonies. So if you are not aware, or if something, that you thought, you and your spouse would enjoy, your travel advisor, whoever you booked with, can make that inquiry. There's a small fee, but happy anniversary. As far as laundry service, we don't have self-serve laundry, so you won't have to spend time in the laundry room. But we do have laundry service. It's very reasonable. I believe it to be something like $16 a day, something like that. So your travel advisor can set that up. You have to do that outside of 2 weeks prior to sailing, because we can't actually add anything to your order within 2 weeks. So if you don't have a chance to do it ahead of time, just inquire on the yacht if you want to have the unlimited laundry package. So, or you could just, they have if you just want to do it once or twice, you could just pay per laundry bag that you give them. But I liked having the package. I treated myself to the laundry package, and it was awesome. I didn't put my laundry out every single day, but almost every day. And it was the best part for me was coming home with all clean laundry. It was the easiest way to unpack my suitcase because it was clean and folded, and that was awesome. So yes, we do offer that.
That would be the highlight of my vacation.
It was great. I loved it. And I loved coming back to my room and having everything folded and pressed and put on, certain things on hangers. And I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah. And I'm sure they do a better job than if I were to do it myself.
Yeah, and everything was just perfect, and I'm picky.
Yeah. And then we have one more question from Jan. She was wondering what the hours are of the bars and lounges.
Sure. So it is not like an all-night party crowd. I just want to establish that. But if you are an all-night party crowd, they'll keep the bar open as long as there's a lot of other folks there. So I'm not aware of a set time. I think if there's a few people up at the bar, they'll keep it open. But this is a very active cruise as far as you're up super, super early typically because you're excited about the places you're about to visit. There's probably more people getting up at the crack of dawn to watch the sunrise than people that are out all night, watching the sunrise. They get up early and have their coffee out on deck. But yeah, I'm kind of a late nighter. But for me, I usually went to my cabin about 12:30, 1 in the morning. And things were kind of winding down. So usually by midnight or so, people are kind of, you don't see a whole lot of folks hanging around the bars, but so they'll stay open as needed, but not all night.
Okay, I think that wraps it up for, hang on, we've got a few more questions coming in. Patty wants to know, are the port excursions included?
So shore excursions are not included because one size doesn't fit all. And some cruise lines that say, oh, we have free excursions, they're not actually free. They're built into the price of the cruise if you're going to use them or not. But also sometimes they'll say tours are included, but they'll give you 3 to choose from. And the most popular ones are usually gone by the time you get a chance to. So no, we call it luxury as you like it. So we want you to decide what's right for you. We've got, dozens and dozens of hand curated, hand built shore excursions you wouldn't find anywhere else because we take the best tour operators in the different places. We work with them. Our team of product development managers go there and they live on site for a week or two to learn all the hidden gems and the places the locals know about. But they have different price ranges from about $30 on up to probably over $1,000 depending on the experience. So so not included, but don't miss them. Check them out. You don't want to miss a thing. These are unique places you may not go back to. Well, you might if you do another Windstar cruise, but check them out.
True. And then
I recommend it.
One more question, Jan, she actually just wanted to clarify. She was wondering, what time does the bar open for pre-dinner cocktails? Not how late.
Okay, so the bars will be open throughout the day, they don't really close until the evening. So you won't have to worry about that. They will, so Compass Rose is open, the Star Bar out on deck is open. And of course you could always, call and have, alcohol purchases delivered to your suite if you wanted to, if it was late night, as I mentioned. But yeah, you will not have any issues there.
Okay. I think that answers everybody's questions. If not, you can feel free to reach out to me.
Okay.
My email is right in my little screen with my face. It's Christy at cruisinwithted.com. And I think that answers everything. I'll turn it over to you, Ted.
All right. Thanks, Christy. Great job as usual. Again, I'm Cruising with Ted. We just have a few minutes more, so just please stay with us. And by the way, if you have any other questions, you can still put them in the chat. Christy,
I have a question.
Sorry?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Let me see some thumbs. Who's ready to sail with Windstar?
I've seen a lot of thumbs up. I don't know if they know how to thumbs up, but you can physically thumbs up, and you can thumbs up in the in your screen there. So
Oh, that's great. I didn't I actually forgot to mention there's some new things coming up. So something to look forward to. I don't think this is actually announced yet, so you're hearing it live here first with Cruising with Ted. We're going to have some Red Sea and Persian Gulf cruises coming up. So these are some new things for 23 and 24. Red Sea and Persian Gulf. That's you're going to basically be able to explore like either side of Saudi Arabia, with our new Red Sea and Persian Gulf itineraries. And I have actually, I'm going to cheat. I have some notes here because this is literally hot off the press. So here's what it says. You can gaze in awe at the Great Pyramids, Petra, the glittering Red Sea resorts, make your desert dreams come true in the Persian Gulf, where futuristic buildings coexist with Bedouin villages. Those are the nomads with the camels, and racing camels are as coveted as Ferraris. That's kind of cool. From the Sphinx to the Suez Canal, sheiks to souks, these journeys reveal the Middle East, both past and present. So that's new. Do I have time for a couple other new ones, Ted?
oh yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, so new remote Caribbean beaches. Let's see here. Relax and recharge as you visit remote beaches and uncrowded islands that only private yachts can reach. Designed for adventurous spirit, our new Eastern Caribbean itineraries will let you explore secluded diving sites. Try your hand at the helm of your own rigid inflatable boat. Those are those rib boats. I've seen those on pictures in like Iceland and in Alaska. So that's cool. They're doing some rib boats in the Caribbean. Let's see here. Sip rum punch and blue water sailing in tiny beachside bars, like places like the Norman Islands. Oh, that's cool. The inspiration for Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island. Oh, I'd love to go to the Norman Islands. That sounds great. And let's see here. New comprehensive Spain and France. That's going to be new. So 12 days exploring Spain's cultural diversity as you cruise all the way around the Iberian Peninsula to the Basque Country on the Bay of Biscay. Or enjoy a leisurely 11-day journey through Western France, sipping wine, admiring impressionist landscapes, and docking closer to the heart of iconic cities than larger ships can. That sounds awesome. And here's one that I'm excited about because I live in Florida. New Miami to Central America departures. We're going to have a few sailings actually in December of this year, March of next year, and then again, December of next year. So there's a couple different sailings out of Miami. That's new. We don't usually sail out of Florida. So enjoy convenient Miami departures that take you straight to the heart of Central America. That sounds awesome. So it's like Guatemala, Honduras, Belize, a couple other places, Mexico. Let's see here. So there's going to be also 11 days cruising from Miami to Panama City or reverse, taking in a daylight transit of the Panama Canal. That's really unique because, you know, when you do the Panama Canal, you may not know this, most ships can only go so far. They'll go one or two of the locks, turn around, go one or two of the locks, and then, you know, that's it. We do full transit through the canal, not just from the one from Miami, but we have some Panama Canal sailings every season, full transit. And it's daylight transit because freight usually gets, freight does get priority in the Panama Canal. So some cruise lines, they'll provide you a Panama Canal cruise, but they're not telling you that it's at night and you can't see anything. So we've got priority. We've been doing it for so many years that we have that priority. We'll give you a daylight transit through the canal. We have an an awesome on deck party when we're going through the canal.
That's awesome.
I know.
When are you going to have a cruise to Las Vegas? Well, you're thinking about that?
We don't have that, but we could take you to Monte Carlo, you know, the beautiful casinos there. We stay overnight. They just recently built a beautiful casino in Cannes, France. Sanaré-sur-Mer, which is a beautiful, beautiful seaside village in France. They have a new casino there. That's actually the sunniest place in France and the most festive. And now they have a casino. So that sounds good for me. So we don't have casinos on board, but we'll take you to some pretty awesome casinos.
All right.
So, all right.
So are you actually done now, or?
I think so, unless there's any other questions.
Not sure, but let's cover the fact that we have a Cruising with Ted website where you're welcome to go on there and receive our special offers. You can actually win a free vacation. So please visit our website. You'll be amazed about how much information. You can win a vacation for two. We do offer extra cabin credits, $300, $500. We may have a representative on board where you have your own special cocktail party just for you, for our guest. On our website, you can actually get destination guides to everywhere, thousands of different places that you can go on a cruise or go on a land vacation. You're welcome to actually access our destination guides. Load them down on your phone, put them on your iPad or on your computer. You can actually book hotels and get exclusive amenities from Cruising with Ted right there on our website. Here's some of the specials that you'll find. We offer travel resources on our website, information on passports, World Health Organization, all very important, all being updated on a daily basis. It's right there on cruisingwithted.com, CDC guidelines. We do offer travel insurance, so it's very, very important to get travel insurance. Even if you book with someone else or book with the cruise line directly, we can offer our travel insurance. We also have a Facebook page, Cruising with Ted. We have over 3,000 followers with 5+ ratings, so you can go in there and say, Ted took over a booking for us. When I say take over, that means you can call me or Christy or any of our other agents, Roxanne or Mary Pat, Caroline, and say, hey, I'm already booked with the cruise line. What can you do for me? And many times we can actually take over your reservation, add cabin credits. You keep everything the cruise line offers, and we can add our extra perks. But frankly, we'd rather have you call us first. So go on our website and register. We have over 21 travel Facebook groups. We have over 37,000 followers on Facebook. So that's why we're able to offer all these great deals and specials, because we deal with millions and millions of dollars with the reservations, and we're able to outdo anyone else out there. We even have a Facebook group for Windstar Cruises with almost 400 members. So if you go on there, go on our Facebook group, Windstar Cruises, you'll see all these lovely pictures from all the Windstar cruises out there going on. Windstar, we love Windstar because no matter your age, it's a multi-generational group. It's not just all families or singles or couples or any type of people, but it's people from all over the world getting together and having fun. There's no judgment. There's no crazy stuff going on. It's just everybody together having fun, going to all these awesome destinations like Alaska. And the thing about Windstar is you got to get up close. You're going to go right up to the glaciers. If you're on those super giant size ships, you know, that you can only get within a mile or so or half a mile. But Windstar takes you right up to it. We can almost touch those glaciers. Okay. And then there's amazing engagements on board. This is Melissa. This looks like it's Elton John on board. Is that correct?
You know, it sure looks like him and it sure sounds like him. So we do have some pretty awesome entertainers, and sometimes they'll surprise you. It's not Elton John, but it's one of those kind of presentations inspired by Elton John. We'll say that.
Okay.
It's a lookalike.
And then here's a list of all the events. There's all kinds of events. So this is like a, you know, it's like a larger cruise. There's lots of events. There's lots of things going on, but it's not crowded. It's fun. You're not dealing with, you know, 500 people in one room, breathing on each other. Everything's really intimate. And the food, what was it, James Beard, you said, Chef? Right? Melissa, what about the food? You mentioned that. What is the amazing thing about this food?
Yes, I had mentioned we are the official cruise line of the James Beard Culinary Foundation. There's so many cruise lines out there. We're the only cruise line with their recommendation and endorsement. If you're not sure who the JBF is, you may want to check that out. It's kind of a thrill going to a James Beard rated award-winning restaurant on land in the States when you're traveling. Keep an eye out for that. But now you can, have a James Beard rated menu and James Beard inspired recipes for every meal on Windstar. And we have signature recipes that the James Beard celebrity chefs have created just for Windstar. We do have some culinary themed cruises that are hosted by celebrity chefs and really award-winning chefs from the foundation. So check those out as well. And we have a lot of shore excursions that are also geared towards food and wine experiences as well.
Well, thank you very much, Melissa. I'm sure, everybody learned a lot today. And again, if anybody's interested in working with us, this is all of our information right here. We got Mary Pat on the East Coast, and she's down here in Florida with me. My name's Ted. Carolyn Waffle, she's in New York. Christy Keller is also in New York. Roxanne, are you there, Roxanne? I'm not sure if she's attending today.
Yeah,
Roxanne?
I'm here.
Yeah, Roxanne, tell us what you offer there on the West Coast. You're only West Coast person. Tell us about what you
Yeah.
can offer us with Windstar.
Hey, well, everybody, thanks for joining us. Melissa, that was such great information. And I am on the West Coast, but my days do start early. But I am here to help you with anything under the sun travel related. If you look for airfare, you want to travel on points, you want to travel premium economy from different cities, career post, I'm here to help you. Travel insurance, just give us a call. We are here to help you guys.
Yeah, Roxanne's actually a travel agent to the stars. Her company, she has her own company, which now combined with mine. But what she's been doing is taking people on some of the TV shows and movie shows that have to be moved around from location to location. So don't you handle their accommodations as well, getting them around?
Yeah, I do. And I do a few shows for production where I take like 30 people at a time and just do like Shark Week. They all went down to Recife in Brazil, and I do their accommodations and flights. But look, I've done this for 28 years. I love what I do, and I'm just here to help you guys. So reach out, and we do have those perks to help you, and we're available. Just give the Cruising with Ted team a call, and we're here.
All right, thank you so much, Roxanne. And
Thanks,
thank
Ted.
everybody for attending today. We want to thank you, the people viewing us, and you know, we had a great turnout. Just if you have any further questions, there's all our information, reach out to us. And again, thank you so much, Windstar Cruises, Melissa, everybody. Goodbye. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.